What happens when groundbreaking innovation collides with harsh production reality? Tesla's Cybertruck promised to redefine the pickup truck, but its years of delays and quality struggles reveal lessons every project manager should know. When Tesla unveiled the Cybertruck in 2019, it instantly became one of the most talked about vehicles in modern history. Its angular stainless steel design looked like something out of science fiction, and Elon Musk promised breakthrough durability, performance, and a new era of electric pickup trucks. The excitement was undeniable, with more than 1 million pre-orders placed within months. But behind the hype lay a much harder reality. Transforming such a radical concept into a mass-produced vehicle would push Tesla's engineering, supply chain, and project management capabilities to the limit. Originally scheduled for production in 2021, the Cybertruck did not reach customers until the end of 2023, and even then, its launch was marked by recalls, quality concerns, and manufacturing headaches. For project managers, this saga is more than just a story about a delayed product. It is a masterclass in the challenges of managing scope, innovation, risk, and stakeholder expectations. The Cybertruck highlights how visionary ideas can stumble without the right planning frameworks, and why balancing ambition with execution discipline is at the heart of successful project management. What happened with the Cybertruck? Want to see what to learn? It helps to recap why the Cybertruck was delayed and what complications it faced. 2 Announced in 2019, expected production around late 2021, but actual deliveries started only in late 2023. 3 major design choices, e.g. stainless steel exoskeleton, straight edges, no paint, introduced production complexity. 4 Scaling up battery production, 4,680 cells, supply chain, tooling, and precision manufacturing demands posed serious technical and logistical hurdles. 5 Several quality issues surfaced. Misaligned panels, trim pieces detaching, adhesive failures, delayed camera feeds, etc. Some recalls and delivery holds because of safety issues. Key PM lessons from the delays. 1. Scope versus feasibility. Innovate, but test the cost of novelty. The Cybertruck's exoskeleton design and stainless steel body looked revolutionary but introduced immense production challenges. What worked in concept and prototypes turned into a nightmare at scale. For PMs, this demonstrates that every innovation carries hidden costs in tooling, manufacturability, and scalability. Early feasibility gates and pilot production runs should be built into the roadmap to ensure that ambitious ideas can realistically be executed. 2. Precision requirements drive up complexity and risk. Tesla demanded unusually high tolerances because the flat surfaces of the Cybertruck made even the smallest panel misalignment visible. Sub-10 micron accuracy is extraordinarily difficult in mass production, which slowed manufacturing and increased defect rates. This teaches PMs that design tolerances must always be balanced against production reality. Setting precision standards too aggressively can turn assembly into a bottleneck. 3. Design for manufacturing and supplier alignment must start early. Much of Tesla's struggle came from suppliers not being ready to handle new materials, adhesives, and processes. A futuristic design is only as strong as the supply chain behind it. PMs should always involve manufacturing engineers and suppliers early in design, validating their ability to deliver at scale before committing to full production. 4. Risk management and schedule buffering are non-negotiable. By setting aggressive deadlines and announcing them to the public, Tesla left no room for error. Given the number of unknowns, delays were inevitable. PMs must learn to plan for uncertainty by building buffers into timelines, setting contingency budgets, and staging feature rollouts rather than making everything dependent on one perfect launch. 5. Transparent and realistic communication builds trust. Tesla's repeated promises and missed deadlines frustrated customers and investors. Overpromising on delivery timelines can create reputational damage that outweighs the marketing buzz. For PMs, it is better to underpromise and deliver on time than to let stakeholders down with overly ambitious forecasts. 6. Quality control must be continuous, not final. The Cybertruck rollout revealed issues like adhesive failures, misaligned panels, and trim pieces falling off. These problems could have been caught earlier with stronger in-process quality checks. PMs should push for quality controls at every stage of development and manufacturing, rather than relying on final inspections to catch systemic issues. 7. Balancing innovation ambition with scalability is critical. Tesla tried to introduce too many firsts at once: new body materials, new batteries, new production processes. This compounded risks. PMs should prioritize which innovations are essential and consider phasing others over multiple product cycles, so risks are distributed rather than concentrated. 8. Regulatory and market compliance need early integration. Some of the Cybertruck's design elements raised regulatory and safety concerns, which slowed down approvals and affected customer perception. Compliance, safety, and even insurance considerations should be integrated into the earliest stages of product planning. PMs must anticipate not only technical challenges but also the market environment in which the product will operate. 9. Supply chain and resource management must match ambition. Tesla's workforce allocation and reliance on unproven suppliers created bottlenecks. Ambitious designs only succeed if resources are available to support them. PMs must assess supplier capacity, workforce readiness, and alternative sourcing strategies before committing to aggressive production targets. 10. Iterative prototyping and early feedback loops save time. Many of the most visible Cybertruck problems, such as panel gaps and trim failures, could have been caught earlier with broader pilot runs and structured customer feedback. PMs should ensure that prototypes are not only tested for function but also for manufacturability, durability, and finish quality. The Cybertruck delays demonstrate that ambition without structure magnifies risk. For project managers, the lesson is not to shy away from bold innovation but to embed feasibility checks, supplier alignment, risk buffers, transparent communication, and continuous quality assurance into the development journey. Success in product management comes not only from big ideas but also from building the scaffolding that turns those ideas into reliable, scalable products. Trade-offs and AMP. When to accept risk. Not all of these lessons are straightforward. Innovation means trade-offs. Some PMs may decide that delays are acceptable if the long-term payoff, brand, product differentiation, is large. Key things to balance. Time to market versus perfect product. Sometimes getting a good enough version earlier is better than waiting for a perfect version late. But for hardware, mistakes are costly to fix. Cost versus differentiation. Unique materials, designs cost more. Need to ensure customers are willing to pay or that cost doesn't eat up margins or quality. Scope of innovation. Doing many new things in parallel increases risk multiplicatively. PMs should decide which innovations are core versus which are nice to have, and perhaps defer some. Framework, checklist for PMs based on Cybertruck case. Here's a suggested PM checklist or framework to use in future hardware, complex product projects, inspired by what tripped up Cybertruck. Define known unknowns. Up front, areas of technical uncertainty, materials forming, supplier readiness, precision, regulatory compliance. Estimate worst-case impacts, delay, cost, rework, for those unknowns. Set up early prototyping, pilot production to test those unknowns as early as possible. Design tolerances and manufacturability constraints should be baked into the design stage, not deferred. Supplier and tooling readiness assessments before full-scale production. Regular cross-functional reviews, including engineering, manufacturing, quality, supply chain, legal, regulatory. Communication plan for internal stakeholders and external customers, market. Set realistic timelines. Be transparent about risk. Buffer resources, time, budget, human resources. Assume some percentage of the plan will have to be redone or fixed. Early quality assurance, inspections even on small batches to surface hidden problems, adhesives, adhesion, finish, safety components. Feedback loop from early adopters or pilot customers, for non-core but user-visible issues, cosmetic, trim, finish, to iterate. The Cybertruck is more than just a delayed vehicle. It is a reminder of how fragile even the boldest visions can be when execution falls short. Tesla's journey shows that radical innovation comes with hidden costs, complex supply chains, unforgiving precision demands, regulatory scrutiny, and the pressure of public expectations. For project managers, the takeaway is not to avoid ambition but to manage it wisely. Breakthrough products succeed when bold ideas are paired with feasibility checks, risk buffers, early supplier engagement, and continuous quality assurance. In the end, the Cybertruck delays underline a timeless truth of project management. A great vision captures attention, but disciplined execution earns trust. PMs who balance innovation with structured delivery will not only launch products that inspire but also deliver them on time, at quality, and at scale.